In this video, we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. So this works very similar to adding and subtracting regular fractions. So when we go to add or subtract these fractions, we need to make sure we can convert them so that they will have the same denominator. Once we have the same denominator, we can then add or subtract the numerators. Remember, you need the same denominator to do this. To convert them to the same denominator, a popular method that we use and that I like to use is something called the cross-multiply method, which I'm going to demonstrate in this video. So here's our first example. Simplify each expression. So as always, I will rewrite it. Now the first thing we need to do is make the bottom the same. So what we do is we draw two arrows showing them we're multiplying this way. The next thing we need to do is draw another arrow. This is where the cross comes in. Another arrow going from the 7 to the R, and then from the 4 R to the 2. So each of these arrows represents a multiplication. So I'm going to do my red first. So 7 times 2 is 14. So we have now two fractions with a denominator 14. We then do our green arrow, so 4R times 2. That gets me 8R. And then we do our blue arrow, which is 7R. There was a plus in between, so the plus stays. Now that we have the same denominator, we can simply just add the top. So 8R plus 7R is 15R over 14. We then see if we can simplify this down further. We can't, so our final answer is 15R over 14. So let's do that again, but with a subtraction. I'll rewrite it again so it's a little bit bigger. Start to draw my arrows. I know I need to multiply the bottom first. We need to multiply across and then this way. Again, this is why it's called the cross multiply, because it forms a cross. You don't need to do different colors. Sometimes it's just easier to see what's going on. So 5 times 3 is 15. There's our two denominators. We have 3h times 3, so 9h, and we have 5 times 2a to get 10a. We have a minus in between our fractions, so it stays as a minus. Because h's and a's can't mix, they're different terms, we get an answer of 9h minus 10a over 15. And we can't simplify that any further, so that is our final answer. And we're going to do our last one here. Again, as always, draw your arrows. Now, before I go into doing the multiplications for this one, I want to show what we're doing. So we have 3y plus 3 over here. On the bottom, we have 12. I'll change that to black. In the blue, we have 4 bracket y minus 1. Now the reason I'm doing this is to show that we do need to do our expansions. So again, draw your arrows to show multiplications. So we get 3y plus 9 over 12 plus 4y minus 4 over 12. Once you get that, we can just start putting everything together. We get 3y plus 9 plus 4y minus 4 all over 12. Start to look for your like terms. I know we have y's here and we have y's here, and we have regular number here and a regular number there. So now we can simplify this down. So you get 3y plus 4y, and we get 9 take away 4 all over 12, and that's your final answer. So there was a lot going on there, a lot of steps. So you do your cross multiply first. You can leave this step here. You can show it as the bracketed areas to make sure you're not gonna make a simple mistake, but you could just go 3 times y is 3y, 3 times 3 is 9, and write that down. But again, if you want to skip a lot of little mistakes, make sure you do every step. Once you've got to this stage, you expand it, look for your common and like terms, and simplify down. So to end the video, we'll do a quick recap. Remember, To add or subtract fractions, we need to convert them so that they will have the same denominator, and then add or subtract the numerators. So to convert them to the same denominator, we use what we call the cross multiply method, which was if we have something like this, you remember, you draw your arrows and multiply out.